Hi guys, Rob from Go Performance here. So I've been coaching young athletes and a wide range of athletes for over a decade now, from GB junior track cyclists to junior academy football players at professional clubs, to national level track and field athletes. I run the Go Performance Academy, which is based at Wheatwood Hall in Leeds, which is a top youth and strength and conditioning program for sport-loving kids and young athletes. So let's talk about some common myths that you hear about kids lifting weights. So you might have heard things like stunting their growth, damage to their joints, and increased risk of injury when you're lifting weights for kids. And I'm a parent too, so I get it. You don't want to put your kids at that extra level of risk. But the reality is, sport has an element of risk. So when you're playing rugby or when you're playing football, you've got, all sorts of forces going through the legs, tackles, sliding tackles, jumps, landings. All those things are putting a lot of stress through your kid's body. And strength and conditioning can actually help negate that and massively reduce your kid's chances of getting kind of a career-ending injury. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. So let's move away from those myths and focus on the facts, the research, and what experience tells us that youth strength conditioning can do for your kids. So the research, we know that it helps kids get stronger. We know that it helps them get faster, more powerful, better agility, better balance, better coordination. In fact, there's studies that show 30 to 74% increase in strength in youth athletes when they've completed just 8 to 20 weeks of resistance training. And when I say strength training, no doubt it conjures up an image in your head of kids lifting these heavy barbells like you see in your standard gym around the corner. And in reality, resistance training can be something as simple as a bodyweight squat, a lunge, or even a press up done very well. This is where a skilled coach comes into their own. Someone who knows how to select the right exercise, how to progress, how to regress, how to plan for the year, for the next month, for the next few weeks or days, so that you're getting the most out of your training and not injuring that athlete. And that's not the end of the list of benefits here. So we know that this kind of training, resistance training, can help improve bone density, which is super important, cardiovascular health, improve body composition, improve movement skills, and psychosocial well-being in kids, which are all additional and invaluable benefits that we see with strength training for kids. Stronger bones, robust muscular tissues and connective tissues, and improved movement skill in particular will really help your kids avoid those those nasty injuries that we see more and more of, like ACL tears in football or rugby or tennis or netball in particular. And they're getting more and more prevalent each year with young kids. So really important to try and negate that if we can. The caveat to tapping into these tremendous benefits is that you must have a suitably qualified professional who knows what they're talking about. Somebody who's going to plan and supervise those sessions. It's really important. All too often you hear about parents trying to do the training themselves. They'll do a quick search on Google or YouTube and end up having to wade through 1,000,001 results, often resorting to what their favourite athlete is doing in training, or some random ladder drill which has no real benefit. And what we've got to remember is that kids are not mini adults, and we shouldn't train them like adults. There's a lot of factors to consider, such as their maturation status, their skill level, their technical ability, before we even attempt to train kids in these kind of exercises. I've heard of kids doing really advanced plyometric exercises because they've seen their favourite Olympic athlete doing it on Twitter, on YouTube, which is a recipe for disaster, really. You've got to build that foundation, and you often don't see that on those videos. You don't see all the time that's been invested to build that foundation and progress to those more advanced exercises. One of the huge positive benefits of youth strength and conditioning is the positive behavioural change that I've noticed in kids that I've coached. You'll see the confidence levels really boost as they progress through the program. You'll see them helping other kids, giving them tips, coaching other kids, which is a fantastic way to learn. And they'll come in with a real desire of wanting to improve their technique, wanting to get better each week, which is really the reason why I do it as a coach. You know, it's fantastic to see them progress as an individual, and really builds their character as well. So I hope you found this information about the benefits of youth strength and conditioning useful. We'd love to have you down on our program. As I say, it's a fantastic program. We've developed a great culture now. We've got a fantastic curriculum for all the kids that want to come down and try it out. We're offering free taster sessions at the moment on our Leeds-based Go Performance Academy. All you need to do is just sign up with the link below. So if you've got sport-loving kids or youth athlete in the family, get in touch. We'd love to see you there. And thanks again for your time, guys. See you soon.